Hey, adrenaline junkies, welcome to Police Chase. Get ready to dive into heart-pounding chase, jaw-dropping action, and the most thrilling moments caught on camera. Every reckless choice flips an instant justice. Buckle up, let's roll right now.
Talk to me! I got something in my eye, bro. Don't move. Hey, you ain't gotta grab it.
On the night of August 14th, 2022, around 10:30 p.m. on I-85, officers spotted a black Hyundai Sonata speeding through the dark under sharp LED lights. When police initiated a stop, the car briefly slowed, then accelerated, swerving across lanes and triggering a pursuit.
8 finding, I'm going to be 1080. And it's going to be a Sonata, black in color, stand by for a tag.
The Sonata surged to 120 to 132 miles per hour, weaving through traffic, flashing headlights at drivers, and cutting across the grass to escape.
Unsuccessful first pit attempt, unsuccessful first pit attempt.
Officers stayed close, waiting for an opening. The first pit failed. Seconds later, the second connected cleanly. The patrol car hooked the rear quarter, sending the Hyundai spinning hard.
Good pit, good pit, good pit, good pit!
The car slammed into the concrete median, crossed lanes, and crashed into a guardrail, ending the chase in violent impacts.
Hey! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! He's got hands! Back seat! Back seat! Don't move! Show me your hands! I want the car! I want the door!
Inside, the doors stayed locked and the driver crawled into the back seat, refusing commands. Officers shattered the rear window, pulled her out, and handcuffed her.
I got one female! Show me your hands! Open the door! Open the door! Get out! Get out on the ground and face! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Inside the vehicle, police found a cut catalytic converter, a power saw, and gloves. A reminder that a reckless decision can lead to far more serious consequences than a simple traffic stop.
Good pitch, truck 51, notify the NCO, please. Stand up for me. Slowly stand up. Turn around. Turn around. Place your hands behind your back.
Gwinnett County, Georgia. On October 20th, 2022, at the request of U.S. Marshals, officers launched a manhunt for murder suspect Irvin M. Robertson. Driving a 2022 Dodge Ram on North Bogan Road, he was quickly spotted. At 1:41 p.m. near GI-20 and Stanley Street, officers attempted a stop, but Robertson immediately fled. The first pit came too early, only causing the truck to swerve before Robertson regained control and sped away. He drove recklessly, crossing into oncoming lanes and cutting across the median, forcing drivers aside. A second pit followed, but Robertson countersteered again, extending the chase.
I gotta get him stopped. Right here.
Just a second, I haven't gone to another street yet. I'm trying to get around all these traffic. He's still on the wrong side of the road. Possible 1050 right here, maybe. Victoria Drive. He's still on the wrong side of the road. Victoria Drive. Coming out to Holly Court. Holly Court. Motorcycle. Samples Road, crossing across Samples Road.
At GA20 and Samples Road, the pursuit collapsed. Robertson ran a red light trying to push through stopped traffic, but slammed into another vehicle. The truck spun violently and stopped in the middle of the intersection. Robertson jumped out and ran toward the Walgreens parking lot, but officers closed in fast. When he suddenly turned back, they tightened formation, taser ready. Cornered, Robertson dropped face down and surrendered, handcuffs ending a chase where every escape attempt only tightened police control.
He's a murder suspect. He's running. Do you have your insurance?
Speed's 85.
On November 29th, 2025, around 2:49 p.m., a trooper spotted a grey SUV speeding at 81 miles per hour in a 65 zone on SC31 and attempted to stop. The driver refused, leading officers on a pursuit before briefly stopping. When ordered out at gunpoint, the suspect fled again. During the chase, stop sticks were deployed near the Waccamaw River. The suspect stopped, then tried to strike an officer, forcing him to jump over a guardrail. Officers rammed the SUV and attempted a pit maneuver, but the driver kept fleeing, even reversing at high speed toward a highway. The passenger in the front seat was clearly agitated, showing reckless behavior and complete disregard for the police's orders to stop.
Or if he's driving backwards on primary, he's just trying to hit a county here. I'll take a vehicle out.
Take him out.
Stop! Get out! Get your hands up!
To end the threat, officers forced the vehicle off the road into a ditch. The suspect fled on foot but was quickly tackled and arrested, then booked on multiple charges, including attempted murder and resisting arrest.
Stay in the car! Get down! Get down on the ground! I don't care! Get down! Get out!
On June 8, 2021, just after 4 p.m., TFC Moore joined a pursuit on I-185 involving a fleeing BMW 545 driven by Kevin Caldwell. As rain intensified, Caldwell blasted through traffic at extreme speeds, weaving between vehicles and forcing drivers aside. Heavy traffic and slick roads delayed intervention, but once an opening appeared, more surged forward and took the lead. The first pit connected cleanly, but Caldwell braked and countersteered, breaking free before the spin completed. Moore stayed tight and launched a second pit attempt as the BMW raced toward Macon Road. The chase collapsed when Caldwell lost control, crossed the median, and slammed head-on into an oncoming vehicle. But even after the crash, the danger escalated. Caldwell suddenly raised a gun at close range. Moore fired as shots echoed through the rain. Seconds later, the suspect slumped inside the wrecked BMW.
Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired, shots fired.
Shots fired, shots fired.
Marshall, back up to me, back up to me, back up to me, back up to me. Back up to me.
7701, shots fired.
Shots fired, shots fired,
Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired.
The weapon was secured, the scene locked down, and the pursuit ended in one final violent moment.
This guy thought checks.
Very good, please. Step it up to 18.
Effingham County. On June 5, 2021, a routine patrol on Interstate 16 turned into a high-speed chase in seconds. A deputy clocked a black Mazda blasting past at over 90 miles per hour. No tag, no intention of stopping. When lights came on, the driver chose to run. The pursuit escalated fast. Speeds surged to 118 miles per hour as the Mazda cut through traffic, even using the shoulder to pass. At one point, it sideswiped another vehicle, danger rising with every mile. Deputies stayed tight, coordinating as the window to end it narrowed. Then, decisive action. A pit maneuver struck clean, sending the Mazda spinning and finally disabling it. But even that wasn't the end. Both occupants bailed out and ran. One was tracked down quickly by a K9 unit, the other captured shortly after. Inside the vehicle, the situation became clear. Drugs, stolen IDs, and a car that wasn't theirs. The driver, Rebecca Grenell, and passenger Jarrett Eason were taken into custody, bringing a reckless, high-speed run across I-16 to a controlled but hard stop. On November 5, 2024, officers responded to a report of a stolen vehicle fleeing southbound on Richview Road. While on Appalachie Parkway, a trooper spotted the blue Mitsubishi and attempted a stop with lights and sirens already activated. The driver accelerated and fled, even crossing into oncoming lanes at high speed, nearly causing a collision.
Better stop.
The trooper initiated a pit maneuver, forcing the vehicle back into the correct lanes, then executed a second pit that successfully pinned the car against a pedestrian guardrail. As officers approached, the driver attempted to flee, but was trapped due to the vehicle's position. With assistance from Tallahassee police and Leon County deputies, the suspect was pulled from the car and taken into custody. Identified as Antoine Jones, he was arrested for grand theft auto and fleeing and eluding, transported for medical evaluation, and later booked into the Leon County Jail.
Get out! Now! Get out! You're gonna get paid! Get out! Give me your fucking hand! Give me your fucking hand! Get the fuck over here!
What began as a routine traffic stop in Wildwood, Florida, escalated when FHP trooper David Ramos attempted to stop a black BMW 330i for illegal tint. The driver, Marlon Daquan Underwood, fled, reaching speeds up to 110 miles per hour in a 35 miles per hour zone while running stop signs and weaving through traffic. The chase continued on to US 301, where Underwood used a turn lane to pass vehicles. Troopers performed a pit maneuver, sending the BMW airborne before it crashed into a tree. Underwood was arrested after a brief foot chase while a passenger escaped. With a revoked license, he faces felony fleeing, driving while revoked, and reckless driving charges.
Don't fucking move! Don't fucking move! Stay right there! Run! Hey, talk about run! Run! He's running! Run! Hey, I no business fucking drive with no fucking license, bro. That's exactly right. And I ain't got shit, bro. I ain't got shit, dog. Raise your feet. You gonna run for business shit, but what the fuck I just ran for? I just said I was going to jail before I ran the police, bro. I got fucking license. Hey,